5 Super Bowl questions on fantasy football today in 5. Adam Azer and Jamie Eisenberg. And here we go. First,
Number 1, Adam, explain the overtime rules.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. If Patrick Mahomes had, for some reason, not been eligible to win Super Bowl MVP, who would you have given it to?
Harrison Butker, baby.
Okay. Yeah, he was pretty damn good. Should the 49ers have received the overtime kick or kicked off or deferred?
Received. Their defense was exhausted.
Yeah. We're not going to get 5 minutes out of this show. Is Travis Kelce tight end 1 in 2024 after 4 straight terrific games in the postseason?
As we instruct our pitchers when we're trying to kill the clock, I will answer this one in full. No, Travis Kelce should not be the number 1 tight end in 2024. He was number 3 for me going into our initial rankings process that we did right after the season ended. I will probably move him to 2 if he returns, just based on solely his playoff performance, because it was close already between Trey McBride for me, who was 2, and Kelce, who was 3. If you want to go back and read the story, you can see that I know Dan Schneider and I think Chris Towers both had Kelce still ranked at number 1. I don't want to necessarily speak for them. I know Dan did for sure, but I don't know if Chris did. But the story is on the site. You can just find it under my. You go to my mugshot, you click on it, you'll get all my stories, and it's right there. Or you just Google it. I think that's the easy way to do it. How these millennials do it now. But in any event, he's still amazing. Look, when I think I don't want to say it's when he wants to and when Mahomes wants him to, and when Andy Reid wants him to, he can still get the job done at this level, because why would they wait until the playoffs? But it just shows you like what he's capable of doing when it felt like the 49ers were almost treating Kelce the way like Belichick used to play Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates and just eliminate them completely. Like they had a great game plan, and probably it flipped when Greenlaw was lost for the game with the Achilles injury, which is going to be brutal for them next year too, because who knows when he'll be back. But in any event, Kelce I'm hopeful he returns, because it's fun to have him out there, and it'd be fun to have him out there for at least one more season. And let's see if they can go get another Super Bowl.
Rashee Rice.
Did I extend that enough for you?
Yeah, it was terrific. Just kind of like pretty dirty, like what you do when you're a T-ball coach trying to steal a win there. But that's
no, not T-ball. That's kid pitch.
Okay. 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 So Rashee Rice, because this coincides with Kelce picking it up. 3 straight games, divisional round, AFC Championship, Super Bowl. 3 straight games under 50 yards. I don't know. We're going to, should not be overlooked. People forget about playoff numbers. But as Kelce got better, Rashee Rice was less productive. Should we be considering that?
How many yards did he have in his rookie campaign?
It was over 900.
There you go. They're going to add somebody else. They're most likely going to lose MVS. I'm sure that makes a lot of Chiefs fans happy after the play in the Super Bowl and the way he performed this season. So
a touchdown, didn't he? Yeah,
he caught a touchdown
in the Super Bowl. He had the first touchdown,
but he also had one of
he had that bad play. Yeah,
bonehead plays. The receiving core needs help. Sky Moore is not the guy we thought he had a chance to be. Kadarius Toney obviously is not the guy we thought he had a chance to be. So what do they do? And I think that's sort of telling to Rice, and it's sort of telling to Kelce to an extent, and it's probably going to be telling for Mahomes too. Like, Mahomes did not have a good fantasy season. We've hammered that point home a lot, even in the playoffs. And he's the best quarterback in the NFL, and he might be the best quarterback ever by the time he's done. Brady still holds that mantle, but he's losing it quickly based on what Mahomes continues to do. In any event, he did not have a good fantasy season. And so they need to help him out in some way, shape, or form by adding a receiver. Could be a rookie, could be a free agent, maybe both. And that will sort of determine, I think, where we come out on Rashee Rice. But right now, he is most likely a 3rd round pick.
Debo or Ayuk? It's my last question. 2024.
I lean slightly toward Debo. We'll see, in terms of how healthy these guys are coming back next year. Ayuk, I believe we got to figure out his contract situation. If they're going to give him the 5th-year option, I think is what's on the table, if I remember correctly. But in any event, there's an opportunity here for both these guys to be top 15 receivers. Both guys will not be in my top 12. Again, if you want to look at a receiver story, I think some things have changed, but I believe Dave is the only one that had both 49ers guys inside his top 12 of Debo and Ayuk. The rookies, the free agents, that will change some things as well. But in any event, they will not be top 12 receivers for me, but I lean slightly toward Debo over Ayuk because of his ability to get carries out of the backfield.
And look at this. Who's your Devo comments? Did you know both the KC and San Francisco punters each had 5 punts for 254 yards? And I'm looking at that in the box score now. I did not know that. They were awesome. Good for you. That's a great stat.
Punters were great. The field goal kickers were great. The extra point kickers, not so much, at least for the 49ers, which is big, as we know. And, Ray McLeod, the ball bouncing off, I forget who it was, for San Francisco, not diving on the ball, I thought was a big play too.
Yeah, the only thing that missed extra point did was cost me like a half hour of sleep. Because like I said, that game would have been over in regulation if he had made the extra point. The Chiefs wouldn't have messed around and kicked the field goal. They would have been down by 4. They would have scored a touchdown with 2 seconds left to win the game instead of going to overtime. So, yes, obviously it was big, but it's just the Chiefs, sure, they would have been down by 4 instead of 3. Great. They would have scored a touchdown. All right, that's Jamie. I'm Adam. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow on FFT in 5.